gonna show you how to make the most amazing Nutella and salted cream buns using only a wooden spoon, a bowl, and a few pantry staples. Made these for my neighbors yesterday and they were so good that I'm making them again. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for 30 seconds. I use a thermometer to be sure, but it really just has to be lukewarm between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also just tap your finger. It should be slightly warm to the touch. Half a cup of warmed milk. 1 packet of dry active yeast. Now to help activate it, you can add about a tablespoon of sweetener of choice. It could be just plain sugar, but I am actually going to be using some of the honey that I harvested from our neighbors yesterday. I lied. You also need a whisk, but just for this part to whisk it together. Cover this and wait 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Should be slightly bubbly and foamy on the top. Now I'm adding 65 grams of sugar, which is about 1/3 cup, and half a stick or 4 tablespoons of softened butter, like literally soft. Especially if you don't have a mixer, you want to make sure it's soft. Now mix that all together. It's okay if the butter's kind of chunky. And a pinch of salt and 2 eggs. Now I'm gonna add some flour. I'm using about 280 grams, which is roughly 2 cups. And you wanna add a little bit at a time. Make sure it's fully incorporated. As you add in that last batch of flour, if you're not using a mixer, the muscle's gotta start coming out. I'm gonna incorporate the flour all together and I'm gonna continue to mix it until the dough starts to get soft and really come together and pull from the sides. Flour on my surface and pour the dough out. To get this ready, just add a little bit of neutral oil in there and shake it all around. We're gonna put this in there after to rest. Flour out my hands and get in here and start bringing it together. Okay, once you've got it like a ball like this, you're gonna gently knead it, kind of like you're making pasta. You might have to add more flour as necessary because it's gonna get soft. You know you're good to go when you tap your finger and it slowly rises back just like it did right there. So now I'm gonna add it to our bowl with the greased oil, kind of push it around, cover it back up. Now we're gonna let it rest and rise for 2 hours in a relatively warm spot. It's been 2 hours, let's check it out. Look at that beautiful growth. It's about doubled in size. A little more flour on the surface. And then now I'm just gonna roll this out. I'm rolling it to about 1 foot long and 6 inches wide. There's no exact science here. It's actually more like a 12 by 9. I'm taking some Nutella, just kind of. And because there's never enough chocolate, I'm going in with chocolate chips. And I like to use the mini ones because they just taste better. Time to roll it up. We're gonna cut this into 6 pieces through them. Now grab a square or pie baking dish, add some oil or spray and grease the tray. Grab your rolls and start just placing them. Now it's time to cover it and let it rest for 1 more hour. It's finally time to unveil them. Are you ready? Look how much they grew. Before I pop these into the oven, I'm gonna drizzle over half a cup of heavy cream. It's gonna keep it nice and moist. Now we go into a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. They're halfway done. I'm pulling them out and I'm gonna cover them with tin foil. Back in for another 15 minutes. It's the moment of truth. They're done. Is that not stunning? While this cools off for 10 minutes, let's make a super quick glaze. All you need is half a cup of heavy cream, powdered sugar, and a nice pinch of salt. Now whisk it together. Nice and smooth consistency. All that's left is you gotta drizzle it on top, dig in, and enjoy while it's still hot. Amazing.